So we're in Hilton Head. We've been here overnight. This will be our first full day and only full day in Hilton Head. They have just instituted a mandatory mask wearing ordinance. So we did bring our mask because Florida already has that in several locations. But we are looking for a place to go for lunch. And we are finding that there's a lot of places that just aren't open. And there's limited capacity in the restaurants. And it's feeling a lot like Florida was feeling maybe a couple months ago, or it almost feels like we're in what we knew as phase 1 in Florida with the reopenings of the restaurants. Very limited capacities, and so restaurants are having trouble getting some of their supplies. So we're trying to figure out where we can go find ourselves a place to eat, because a lot of places are closed, or even if they're open, they just don't have they have a limited menu because they just can't seem to get the meat or whatever food products they need to make the food. So it's kind of a little bit weird. We're in this really cool tourist spot, but a lot of places are either closed or they have these very limited menus and they can't seem to serve us. So this is kind of what it's like traveling, I guess, during COVID and not the beginning of it. So it's kind of interesting. It's the new normal. I'm sure during a regular year, this shopping center is packed. The Plantation Cafe is open with big red sign. I think maybe we found ourselves a winner. Alright, we're gonna give this a try. Never been so happy to find a place to eat. I may choose the country blue plates because in the blue plate, the macaroni and cheese is a vegetable. So I opted for the meat and veg blue plate. Barbecue meat, barbecue pork, deep fried okra, cornbread. It didn't tell me I was getting that, but I'm okay with that. Sweet potato casserole and mac and cheese, which is also a veg. And of course barbecue sauce. I'm not really sure what the whip spread is for. That might be like butter to go on the cornbread. Can't have barbecue pork without barbecue sauce, although it's good to try it without first. Interesting flavor. I can almost eat it on its own without sauce. And it's nice and juicy. Fried okra. Tell that came right out of the fryer. I'm gonna try interesting. I don't know if that's a cinnamon taste. Alright, we're gonna try the mac and cheese. There's just the right amount of Kraft macaroni dinner cheese sauce. Just kidding. Very cheesy. Alright, I guess flies are a thing in Hilton Head. Try a little bit of cornbread. Very cake-like. It's good. This was an excellent choice. Plantation Cafe, established 1974. And they got lots of cakes here too, or pies I should say. We may try one. Even got some extra okra hiding underneath the cornbread. Just had our meal for the first time at Plantation Cafe, and it worked out pretty good. We had a lot of social separation or social distancing, and a really good southern type food. Actually kind of reminds me of another cafe that I've been to in the Lakeland, well actually Winter Haven area. But the food was really good and a really good value as well. My meat and vegetable plate, which was not necessarily, you know, the veg was kind of a stretch, but the meat and vegetable plate was $10. That's a lot of food for $10. Anyways, if you're ever in the Hilton Head area and you want to try a good little cafe, you might want to consider Plantation Cafe, established in 1974.